sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit. Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
I would say that's what you call a whole lot for a little, huh?
When you bust that move out of the bag, you hope for more than 4 yards, but hey, 4 is what he got. Jackson. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he's got this down to the 35. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know what's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 2nd and 4. Now it's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, it has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Ravens will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. They go play action here on first down. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Flushed out right. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They try the left side here with Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They give it to Williams, running right. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. Back to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Touchdown, Broncos. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what?
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, he's got his man. It's Andrews. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 29 yards, and the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Back to throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll drop the throw. Again, he targets Judy, and this time the catch made. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Open man is Ross, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 23. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
We'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout, and they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Returning it, John Ross. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They run it again with Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. And now the Raven defense is going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going to try and throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2, and this one will be brought back to the 22. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who could run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
Here's Dobbins. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. 82 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the second round. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action. Now Jackson. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson can really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got him on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. They go play action now. Jackson. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On first down, Dobbins, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Dobbins. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.